Cerberus, rogue agency for advancement of humanity, founded in 2157. Active in both Citadel and Terminus space. Strong human supremacist overtones. Classified as a terrorist threat by both the Systems Alliance and Citadel Council. The loss of credits due to the Elusive Man's direct interference in recovery of Commander Shepard's body has been offset by data gathered from the Lazarus Project. Withhold retaliation until Shepard's long-term functionality is confirmed, 1 year post-resurrection. Yeah, you didn't make it that long, did you? Activity highlights. For a more extensive list of shell companies, see Cerberus Economic Structure, Volume 1 through 4. 2157 Manifesto published. 2160 Facility on Pragia constructed. 2161 Subject Zero born. CDR Holdings purchased. Terra Nova Commonwealth Bank purchased. 2162 Infiltration of human media begins, specializing in extrasolar news. Constant Times, Scott Examiner, Nascent Galactic Broadcasting Corporation. 2163 Project Doorway makes forgery of Council standard metacards and identitags possible, allowing agents unrestricted movement. 2164 Scott Examiner destroys credibility of Vera Safin, frontrunner for Prime Minister of Systems Alliance. Leak to Galactic Broadcasting Corporation stopped by agents in place. 2165 Operatives steal antimatter from the SSV Geneva. Assignment goes wrong, but discipline holds and squad fights to the death. Sole survivor divulges little, but names his sponsor Cerberus. Recruitment increases, but stringent standards slow growth. 2166 Haribon Military Industries purchased on Terra Nova. Legitimate arms contract to colonial forces. Models without serial numbers produced for export to crime syndicates and Batarian Space Terminus systems. What? Cerberus has been selling weapons to the to crime syndicates and Batarian Space. Oh, so probably not to the Batarians, but to criminals. Fuckers. Damn Elusive Man, what a bastard. 2167 Cerberus agents among humans recruited into Global Maritime Justice Organization on Trident. 2168 Assassination of 22 Solarian crime syndicate members on Trident leads to takeover of narcotics trade. Reprisals bloody but tolerable. Milky Way Foundation created to funnel money. New Dawn Pharmaceuticals purchased to begin Project Trapdoor. I mean, okay, regarding the weapons, I understand that Cerberus has done way, way worse than give weapons to criminals. But it's like another nail in the coffin. It's like, these motherfuckers. 2169 Trapdoor experiments on Asari captives with Omega encaphalin to measure disruption of biotic powers. Estimate 2.5 milligrams active ingredient for each 25 kilogram of body weight. Under 7.5 milligram dose optimal to avoid detection by taste or smell. 3 to 5 Citadel standard days onset period. Powers return in 2 to 5 sit-stand days after last dose taken. Permanent damage possible. 2170 Nanosurgery on Subject Zero successful. Omega encaphalin fails to work on appropriate receptors. Program begun to instill other Cerberus operatives with resistance to OE. 2171 Pope Clement XVI assassinated via rosary beads coated with sodium nonacetate and dimethyl sulfoxide. Death attributed to age and heart failure. Replacement, Pope Leo XIV, has eschatological beliefs in line with militarizing humanity. Well, that's one crazy pope. That is one crazy pope. Forgiving attitude to Solarians regarding genophage proves useful for strategic alliances against Turians. 2173 Inez Simmons resigns as head of Terra Firma Party. Frontrunner Claude Minow assassinated. Charles Saraceno, much more tractable. I see. So it sounds like, at least at this point in history, Cerberus isn't quite controlling the Terra Firma Party, but the Terra Firma Party definitely seems to take direction from Cerberus. 2174 Radium placed inside office chair of Systems Alliance parliamentarian Artyom Gavrikov. Gavrikov's death attributed to cancer. Emergency election much cheaper to manipulate than normal process. Cerberus-backed candidate loses. Winning candidate approached. Found susceptible to bribes. 2175. Michael Moser Lang approached by operatives in militia community. Insider information given for stock buy to provide him with funding. Contact severed, but electronic surveillance remains. Lang purchases armaments. Influx of humans into Trident political scene leads to renaming of capital with human name. New Cousteau. 2176. Electronic surveillance removed from Lang's home. Lang kills Enrique Aguilar and Ying Jiang. Resulting approval bump for Vice President Belknap allows passage of financial reform bill allowing for increased loopholes in colony-based shell companies. Fighting among vice premiers a bonus, as Lin Yi alienates Politburo Standing Committee and his chances of election to the Systems Alliance Parliament are dashed. 2177. Successful acquisition of Light Shadow Pictures' proprietary Reality Plus video editing machine. Capacity to forge photorealistic video is now unsurpassed. Oh, that's terrifying. 2181. Matriarch Tilia Iraza targeted with Omega and Enkephalin. Claims of biotic superiority to non-biotics deflated once your powers fail. Voice in citizen legislature considerably diminished. 2181. Military arm creates posts on planet Binthu. 2182. MSV Anixera sabotaged. Catalyst added to metastable metallic hydrogen fuel by timer injection. Ship breaks apart during FTL. All hands aboard lost. Turian hierarchy Hawk Rehirix Ursivis killed in the process. Explosion attributed to faulty engineering. Admiral Kahoku begins investigation of suspected Cerberus activities. See competition details for more recent activity. Elusive man profile. Cigarettes smoked today, 4. Drinks consumed today, 7. Daily Skyball score, 160 over 0. 5th consecutive perfect game. Suit worn today. Julie Vorn. Light linen blend, 2200 thread count. Ooh, that's high thread count. Single button closure. Besom chest pocket. 5 interior pockets. 4 button cuffs. Side vents. This is boring. Why would you want all this freaking information? Built-in protection from close-range weapons fire. Plum. Sexual liaisons past week. Sani Shalani, Ilium Entertainment's sexiest human alive. Brooke Carragher, Skyball champion. Vela Vicious, Fornax Dream Girl for 2185. Stacy and Steffi Strong, the Terra Firma twins. Matriarch Trelawney, twice. Jeez, this guy gets around. Messages sent today. Citadel, Ilium, Omega, Earth, Horizon, Eden Prime, Thessia, Palaven, Tuchanka, Migrant Fleet. He's everywhere! He's everywhere! Captain Bailey. C-Sec Captain, survivor of Reaper attack on Citadel. Prefers dealing with Zakera Ward's criminal element off the record. Ample blackmail material. Just take a quick drink of water again. Business correspondence. From Captain Bailey to Zakera Ward Officer Mailing List. Subject, New Recruit Basics. Listen up. I'm sending this out because too many of our new recruits don't get that being part of C-Sec on the Citadel isn't like security on a garden planet. I want you to drill the following into their heads until they're sick of your voice. That's my Michael Hogan impression. Number 1. Learn your district. Contacts don't make themselves. There's a mandatory minimum of 20 hours on foot patrol during your work week. No exceptions. 2. Update your translators. The Citadel gets more than 9 million tourists a week. You need to understand that whether that drunk from Omega is enjoying the nightlife or telling his buddies to flank you. 3. Eyes are on us. Everyone from the council to your bus driver is watching the new C-Sec. Yak all you want in the locker room, but remember a mistake in uniform can get plastered over the whole damn galaxy's news network. That's it for now. Come to me with any problem cases you think need to lean on or boot out. Bailey. Incoming correspondence list. List of materials read by CSEC officer Captain Bailey, Zakera Ward, Citadel, on 5/23/2184. Excuse me. Summary of the previous day's council meeting. Citadel Newsnet, front page stories, sports, arts, entertainment. Email from his ex-wife regarding cancelled visit to the Citadel. VIP looters, dark side of the colonies. A Citadel Newsnet article of the day by Erlen Golta. Report from Detective Nipatu Kasha on murder suspect Rose Jones. Note, Jones is innocent. See footage from camera 41F5JAYF. Department of Citadel Rapid Transport Emergency News Bulletin regarding cancellation of service from Zakera Ward to Tesseri Ward. Request for backup from Captain Keitham of Tesseri Ward. A note from Tesseri Ward Intendant Sonal Barish expressing sorrow regarding loss of officers Lambert Yungira and Bretness Somalda to gunmen on Tesseri Ward. Excuse me. A request from Captain Keitham to temporarily transfer 2 CSEC officers from Citadel's Zakera Ward to Tesseri Ward. Invitation from Captain Keitham to meet at the usual place, O'Hara's Bar and Grill, level 16, Zakera Ward, northwest corner booth. Email from ex-wife regarding gang member shootout, Bailey's health. Kind of sounds like John McClane a little bit with the ex-wife. Arya Talok, de facto leader of Omega. 3 centuries of commando experience. Aloof, paranoid, excellent organizational and management skills. Audio transmission transcript. Recording taken on Omega, Afterlife Nightclub, private room, 4:14 a.m. Door opens and closes. Enrix. Ugh, what the? Arya. Kalis Enrix? Enrix. Who the hell are... Hey! Arya. Don't bother. Those shackles don't have a release catch. Enrix. You mistake me for one of your clients or something, lady. Let me out. Arya. This was very good. Turian's been in Afterlife for a week. Usually I spot them earlier. Enrix. Spot what? Arya. I know you're listening through that speaker hidden in Enrix's collar. I bet Enrix doesn't even know who he's really spying for, does he? Shadow broker. Enrix. Shadow what? I don't know any... Wait! What are you doing? Arya. They misspelled Arya. You don't play favorites, broker. I admire that. But what I don't like is how you think anything twitches a muscle on Omega without my knowing it. Enrix. Ah! Damn it! My face! Arya. Feel free to waste as many lives as you want sending your agents down to my world. Enrix. Okay, listen. I'm working for a guy, but it's not what you think. I'm not... Ah! Door opens and closes. Recording ends. Note, Kalis Enrix's death has not yet compromised our other agent placed in the Afterlife nightclub. Ooh. Interesting. Afterlife planning session correspondence. From Arya Talok to Cherkis Flynn. Sorry, guys. Whew, one moment. Whew, I've been reading for it's got to be almost an hour now. And it's going to end up being more than one episode, I think. Probably 2 episodes. And it's causing my voice to just fall apart. Flynn, here's what I want set up for next month. 1. Sinya Sisters. They're good, but I don't want them performing so close to the Becky burlesque act when it comes back from the mining colonies. String out the flesh shows. 2. Fight Pit. Too many Vorcha. No one's going to pay to see those little goblins eat each other when they do it on the street for free. Get me some Krogans and enough humans to keep them busy for an hour. 3. That singer in tomorrow's band is from Eclipse. I'm surprised you didn't spot it. Bring him to me after last call. They do last call? Somehow I imagined they were just open all the time. 4. Hanar Jugglers. Before you sent me the vid, I thought you were joking. Book them, I could use a laugh. 5. We should consider making the casino ship a VIP-only event. Hand out passes to people who need killing and let them do it for me. There was more blood than credits on the table after the shootout for last week's jackpot. Ah, clever. Captain David Anderson. Captain David Anderson is a rejected Spectre candidate. Close working relationship with Commander Shepard before destruction of the Normandy SR-1. Monitor communications for renewed contact with Shepard. Military correspondence. Intercept 1612. Secure comm buoy 4673 encrypted 3467. DA-225. Sender Captain Farah Gapoli. Arcturus Station. David Anderson, I have been asked to step in on the matter of your continued vocal and insistent support of Commander Shepard, formerly of the SR-1 Normandy, within the Alliance military and to third-party contracts. The matter of Commander Shepard and his involvement in the attack on the Citadel Station is of high value to military intelligence and the Galactic Council. To that end, we respectfully ask that you ask you to cease and desist your continued investigation that has been deemed closed and sealed for 2 solar years. Good for Admiral Anderson. That's good. Why are they calling him Captain Anderson? He's been an admiral since the beginning of this game. Your continued agitation in this matter is deemed a high security risk with potential repercussions for galactic security. Please consider our position carefully. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact my office. Sincerely, Captain Farah Gapoli, Assistant in Charge of Operations, Arcturus Station. Personal correspondence. Sender Cynthia Barras, Atlanta, Earth. David, Henry and I went to Jason's graduation ceremony in San Francisco today. Such a beautiful occasion. All those gowns and bright spirits, so much potential. I know Henry would frown at the thought, but I couldn't help recalling the pomp around your appointment to the Hastings. You were the second in command, weren't you? The military always did ceremony very well. God, that was a lifetime ago. Jason says to send his best. I'm so proud of him. Aerospace engineer. I don't pretend to understand what he does, but the gleam in his eyes when he is trying to explain his latest designs to me says that he has found his place in this universe. He wanted you to be there at his ceremony, but I know duty calls. He sees you as a heroic figure off fighting grand battles in space. I hope you can make it for the holidays this year. Henry asked just the other day. I know you don't see eye to eye on much, but he respects you. He respects what you do. And you know Jason is over the moon when you can take the time to review his ship designs. Let me know about the holidays, and David, please be careful. Love, Cynthia. Recent transactions. Catalog order. Dionysus Imports. I wonder if that's like liquor or something. Video download. Saren, a hero betrayed. Oh no, it sounds like a loose change style inside job documentary or something. Purchase 2233 DA116 Modus Valley brand. 2 bottles white wine. Oh, maybe it was liquor that he was looking at. Dionysus Imports. Yeah, must have been. Video download. Damaged. The truth behind the Citadel crisis. Purchase 8785 DA342 Ilium Elite brand. 1 bottle. Gold label Irasa. Video download. The Path of Lies. A history of the Alliance military. Video download. Afraid of the Dark. Reapers, Collectors, and Other Myths. This is funny. He's getting more and more into conspiratorial stuff, and he's getting drunker as he goes. Purchase 2543 DA226 Red Janie brand. 2 bottles. Special stock vodka. Services. Clean sweep home maintenance. I wonder if that's if that's just like a maid service, or if he brought in somebody to sweep for bugs or something in his home. It'd be interesting to know. Imagine if it was a bug hunting service. It probably wouldn't be called sweep. Wouldn't have sweep in the name. It'd be something more obscure or subtle. Admiral Hackett, commanding officer of the Alliance Navy's 5th Fleet, worked with Commander Shepard before destruction of the Normandy SR-1. A deep cover operative is scheduled to replace his current aide in 2 months. We should let him know that. No, we shouldn't, because Liara is now the Shadow Broker, right? Internal Naval Correspondence from Major Caleb Antella to Admiral Stephen Hackett. Subject, taking action on Commander Shepard's return. Sir, we've confirmed sightings of Commander Shepard on Omega, and that the commander is now working for the terrorist organization Cerberus. Several Alliance officials have let it be known that they consider it crucial that we interrogate humanity's first Spectre on his apparent desertion of the Alliance and the Citadel. If we bring Shepard in now, we can gather an account of the commander's past 2 years without being pressured by the galactic media to leak potentially sensitive data. In light of this, I am officially requesting that you rescind your orders against Alliance contact with Shepard. Rest assured, our department is dedicated to the Commander's safety. Provided that Shepard is cooperative in furnishing us with a detailed report of his previous whereabouts and current work for Cerberus, we anticipate releasing him from Alliance custody no later than 5 to 7 months from acquisition. Respectfully awaiting your reply. Major Antella, Department of Internal Naval Affairs. From Admiral Stephen Hackett to Major Caleb Antella. Subject regarding taking action on Commander Shepard's return. Major Antella, request denied. Hackett out. Shadow Broker. Classified. Mail Archive. To Shadow Broker from Operative Keklu. Per your request, we've landed on the Yog homeworld and captured a specimen for your studies. We actually had to kill several of them before finding this one, which seemed interested in leaving the planet. Hopefully this means he's more tractable. I do recommend caution, however. These creatures may indeed be valuable shock troops or bodyguards, but their savagery puts even the Krogan to shame. As near as we can tell, it's part of their culture. They're not simple brutes like most Krogan. The one we've got is learning nearly as fast as a Solarian. He could be more dangerous than you realize. To Operative Keklu from Shadow Broker. If you're reading this, my young friend, then you've eliminated the former Operative Keklu and have taken his position. These past few months have seen you learn and grow at a rate I would never have credited had I not seen to it personally. You already understand 17 languages without translator assistance, and your political predictions have bettered some of my best agents. As Keklu, you will command strike teams to gather intelligence and neutralize potential threats. Remember your training. Losing your temper costs you that priceless mind of yours, as well as the loyalty of your men. The Shadow Broker leads those who look for secrets. He must be trusted by his men so that he can, in turn, trust them. Gathering knowledge is a holy task, one I'm sure you understand, as you wanted to be off your homeworld so badly to see what wonders awaited you out here. Please provide an update of all your operations, Keklu, and know that I am proud of you. To all from Shadow Broker. Remove Operative Keklu immediately. He is too dangerous to leave alive. Engage only with numerical superiority. Otherwise, change all access codes and observe only. Provide no information. Keklu must not be allowed to any further access to... Message ends. To all from Shadow Broker. Operative Keklu is no longer a problem. Discontinue code changes and resume normal activity. I want a status report on all operations by the end of the next solar day. Shadow Broker out. I'm sure you guys already all know this, either those of you who have played the game before and read it, or if you just listen now, I think you should be able to put it together. It's obvious that the previous Shadow Broker, not this one, the one before him, had an operative go to the Yog homeworld to kidnap a Yog, presumably for study or something. And they found one who was willing to come with them, so they brought him along. He at some point killed Keklu and took over his position as an operative. The Shadow Broker was aware of this and was okay with it. And then apparently staged a coup against the Shadow Broker. The Shadow Broker tried to have the Keklu Yog, did I say Yarg homeworld earlier? Yog killed. The Yog killed the Shadow Broker and then took over his identity. So this is not the first time the Shadow Broker position has been usurped. In fact, who knows how long that's been, or how many times that's happened. Advanced training. Is this just the... Oh! Advanced training for all characters. I don't think I want to do this, but that's handy. I forgot that was there. Okay, well, you know what? So what the hell leaked out of here that killed him? It was like a fiery goo, blue stuff. But I don't... It's like a it looks like data. Yeah, it's like text going by. So why is there goo up there that would kill somebody when it fell on them? Delivery pickup. What? Where's that? Where was delivery pickup? Oh, what's this? Shipment, 2,500 platinum. Minister from Terra Nova has sent platinum from the planet's reserves. Oh, I see. For services rendered. Favors rendered. Thanks. Alright, so what I was going to say was, I think since we've been doing all this reading, let's catch up on the Codex and do it right now. That'll be done, and then we'll talk to Liara about some drinks. Planets and locations. Okay, Talkerson's going to talk for a little while because my voice is about shot.
Before the Geth Revolt 300 years ago, the Quarians colonized Haestrom to study the mysterious instability of its sun, which threatened premature eruption into a red giant. As a scientific outpost of minimal military value, Haestrom was ill-equipped to repel Geth forces during the insurrection and fell quickly under their control. Captured Geth planetary survey data indicates that despite sustaining damage during the war, Haestrom's architecture remains as it was 300 years ago, preserving a Quarian architectural style that no longer exists anywhere else in the galaxy. Because Haestrom's sun has overwhelmed the planet's protective magnetosphere, humans foolhardy enough to venture into Geth-controlled Haestrom must exercise extreme caution. Minutes of radiation exposure will overload shields, and hours of exposure will kill. Furthermore, solar output renders surface-to-orbit communication nearly impossible.
Any other planets? Nope. Ships and vehicles?
Asari made cyclonic barrier technology, CBT, attempts to solve the higher-end limitations of traditional kinetic barriers. Traditional barriers cannot block high-level kinetic energy such as disruptor torpedoes because torpedo mass effect fields add mass. The CBT violently slaps aside rather than halting incoming linear force. By rotationally firing their mass effect field projectors, ships create rapidly oscillating kinetic barriers instead of static ones. Shooting through the CBT is like trying to shoot at a target inside a spinning ball. Significant drawbacks to current CBT configuration prevent its use on anything other than frigates and fighters. Its many high-frequency sensors and emitters require frequent maintenance and replacement. A partially damaged CBT can endanger its operator, who is surrounded by rotating mass effect fields skewing in unpredictable directions. However, if an emitter is damaged, the CBT becomes a traditional shield array, making it effective during opening volleys.
That's a cool idea that the shields are configured so that they're like rotating around the ship. I imagine that they're rotating at such a frequency that like so many rotations per minute, that it's happening so fast that to the human eye it probably just looks like a solid shield, which would be kind of cool if you like threw a bowling ball at a ship and it had a shield on it. You're expecting the bowling ball to just hit the shield and, you know, kind of bounce off. But instead, because the shield is cyclonic, it actually like just flings the bowling ball out into space. Even though it looks like the shield's just static and sitting there. Yeah, that's kind of cool. That's it, I think, for that. Weapons, armor, and equipment.
Still in its experimental stages, the M622 Avalanche generates a Bose-Einstein condensate within a mass effect bubble, which dissipates on impact, violently spraying the condensate outward and coating the target in a near absolute zero superfluid. The Avalanche is unreliable, at times merely coating its target with ice, defacing exposed skin and freezing armor joints. Such low temperatures cause great damage to electronics like kinetic barrier emitters, which sometimes leads to total systems failure. At the other extreme, the Avalanche freezes flesh and bone, causing massive trauma as blood vessels constrict and frozen blood expands. Occasionally, such iced tissue shatters.
Sounds horrible. Alright, secondary then. I'll read all this junk. Don't think we have too much, though. Oh, was the Ardat Yakshi the only new one? Perhaps. I guess I'll read it. I don't think I've read it previously. Ardat Yakshi, Demon of the Night Winds, are Asari suffering from a genetic disorder preventing conventional melding of nervous systems during mating. Instead, Ardat Yakshi electrochemically ravage their partners' nervous systems, in extreme cases leaving victims as vegetative invalids or corpses. Asari psychologists regard this incapacity for mental fusion as preventing the development of empathy, leading to psychopathy. There is no known cure. The disorder generally begins in infancy, reaching full pathology during maiden adolescent sexual development. While seductive and sexually driven as other Asari, Ardat Yakshi are congenitally sterile. Ancient Asari mythology held Ardat Yakshi as gods of destruction, depicting them as villains of countless legends and as the anti-heroes of numerous Asari epics. Contrary to popular belief, Ardat Yakshi are neither extremely rare, around 1% of Asari dwell on the AY spectrum, nor are they all murderers. Most cultivate and discard countless exploitative or abusive relationships during their legally marginal lives. Despite rumors of Ardat Yakshi syndicates, by nature Ardat Yakshi are incapable of long-term cooperation. As a disproportionately wealthy species, Asari employ their economic reach and media ownership to hide the AY pathology from the galactic community, placing most Ardat Yakshi in monitored work programs or seclusion. Only the most aggressive cases are sentenced to sanitaria and prisons or to the execution lists of justicars. Planets and locations. The Migrant Fleet. The Flotilla, or the Migrant Fleet, is a fleet of roughly 50,000 starships that houses over 17 million Quarians, the largest collection of star-faring vessels in the galaxy. The fleet is so large that it may take days for all the ships to pass through a mass relay. The ships are constantly repaired, replaced, and upgraded to comfortably house as many Quarians as possible. Typically, ships specialize in roles for the fleet, from the enormous agricultural live ships to the shielded lab ships, to the repurposed freighters known as home ships that house Quarian children, young parents, and educators. Employed Quarians typically live in the ship they work on, since commuting from ship to ship ties up resources with unnecessary docking procedures. Even within the flotilla, Quarians on most ships will remain encased in their protective suits. Rarely, Quarians will meet on clean ships for specific purposes such as medical services or reproduction. Oh yeah. When this occurs, they remove their suits, knowing full well that it is likely they will spend a few days having allergic reactions or getting over infections as their weakened immune systems compensate for each other's presence. Sounds miserable. Shadow games. The Broker's Secrets. The Yogg. The Yogg are a race of massive apex predators from the world of Parnack, whose rise to sentience in no way blunted their violent nature. A group of Yogg is unable to cooperate until a single leader has been determined through either social maneuvering or brute force, but no grudges are held once a Yogg establishes dominance. Former rivals serve their... You can hear my mouth is just not working anymore. Former rivals serve their new superior's purpose with unflinching loyalty and relentless determination, a legacy of their origin as pack species. Their 8 eyes are another sign of their hunter ancestry. All 4 pairs are geared toward tracking down and predicting the movements of prey. Sophisticated and keenly developed sensitivity to movement and light have made Yogg masters at reading body language, regardless of species. Much to their short-lived chagrin, the Council's first contact teams discovered it was nearly impossible to lie to the Yogg. The Yogg had technology equivalent to 20th century Earth standards when they were discovered by the Council in 2125. The Council's ambassadors approached the Yogg as friends and allies instead of subordinates, a baffling sign of contempt from newcomers on Parnack. The Yogg attacked when it became apparent that the alien diplomats stubbornly considered themselves sovereign people instead of new underlings. Parnack remains off-limits by order of the Council, which fears that the Yogg's size, aggression, and obsession with control make them poorly suited for integration into the galactic community. And that's it. Hooray! Oh. We're finished with all the reading we were going to do in this episode. Let's save it. And, whoa, I thought that was a fireball coming at me there for a second. I was like, whoa, fuck. Let's talk to the lady.
Thanks for coming by.
Oh,
Thanks for coming by.
I have to come back to get the date because I told her that I would do it the next time I came back. Well, crap. Alright, well, we'll definitely be back then. Ah, poop. You sure you want to return to Normandy? Yes, I'm sure. I mean, no, I don't, but I don't have a choice. Well, now the loyalty missions, exploration, the Overlord quest, and the Firewalker quest. That's what awaits us next. I wonder if we shouldn't go try to talk to everybody first. Let's see what Chambers has to say.
Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal.
Thanks.
That Kasumi is an interesting addition to the crew. I can see why she's good at her work. She never reveals anything meaningful about herself. It's all on the surface. It'll be a challenge getting to know who she really is. Anyway, how may I help you, Commander?
Is there anything I should know?
You have unread messages at your private terminal. Thane would like to see you down in life support on the crew deck.
Ah, that
Anything
figures.
else, Commander?
That'll be all.
Yes, Commander.
Gotta kick Thane's loyalty mission into full effect. You changed my life. From Jirt. Greetings, Commander Shepard. Liara Tassoni gave me your contact information. I was one of the cleaning crew in the Dantius Towers. You helped me get out of there. Get me out of there. According to Tassoni, you also found Thane. He took down some of the Eclipse mercs trying to gun us down, and I wondered if you could pass along my thanks. The way he moved, one was dead before they even knew he was there. He snapped another's neck, which we learned is his M.O. Then shot a third. Oh, he shot somebody? Dang. All in the space of a few heartbeats. It was incredible. He moved like a dancer, grace and power and constant motion. Seeing him changed my life. Woke up something in me I don't fully understand yet. I don't know what I'm going to do, but Solarian lives are too short to waste as custodians, especially when there's so much else out there. I'm going to find something that lets me capture what I saw in him, that beauty, that aesthetic perfection. I'm also going to buy some nice clothes. So if you could tell him that, or just whatever parts of that you think appropriate, I'd appreciate it. Sincerely, Jirt. Sounds like Jirt wants to be a spy or something. Alright, let's go down and talk to Thane, I guess.